Hello, purpose seekers and healers. I am Unfounded. Thank you for tuning in to another message. This will be going out to the Scorpios. I got an intuitive message to go ahead and give you your love read. I just want to let you guys know I do not read reversals unless I am intuitively guided to do so. I would love if you guys would like, share, comment, subscribe. Also hit that notification button so you guys are aware when you are getting messages sent out to you guys through me, okay? I usually do a 4 spread card reading. Basically, number 1 is your obstacle. Number 2 would be number 1 is your situation. Number 2 is the obstacle. Number 3 is your recommendation on what you should do or you're recommended to do. And the 4th card is your outcome card. With that being said, the 4th card, if I get an intuitive message to, 1, either pull you a card to get the message through the card, or 2, the message would definitely be through me, the vessel of me. I just want to remind everybody that I definitely do meditate before I do all readings to make sure the energy that's inside of me is completely cleared so I'm able to be utilized so you guys will get your message. My first purpose would be healing so you guys could seek your purpose in life. Okay? Alrighty, make sure again you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'm just going to go ahead and dive on in for the sign of Scorpio for your love reading. I will be using the soul journey cards and the manifesting soulmate cards. This is what after I meditated, this is let me see, the intuition that I receive for you, for which your cards to use. See, I can't even, I'm trying to talk on my own. I can't even talk on my own right now. So, universe, creator, spirits, ancestors, good spirits only. I only do, that's another thing. I do not do negative readings. I don't do readings if you're getting cheated on, if you're cheating, any drama, conflicts. That's not what I'm about. Positive energy only. Ways to inspire, ways to get through your experience so you are able to have a successful journey for whatever you choose to do in life. So, come on, universe, help me to give the message to the sign of Scorpio for their love reading. These cards is running around, Scorpio. We got some lovers in the house. All right. Three cards. Let's see what your first one is. Guilt. That's the first one. Your second one is surrender. Your third one is upset. Y'all help me, y'all know. Don't act like y'all know how to pronounce words all the way. It's a acceptance. That's what it is. And what's crazy about it is I'm a college grad, bachelor's degree, and still don't know how to pronounce certain words, you know? It's crazy. So I'm getting told to not even pick those up right now. So for your first reading, which is The guilt card, of course. And it is your situation. It says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. You see that? For your number 2 card, which is your obstacle is surrender. I can release my need to control. Some of y'all in relationships trying to control stuff or being controlled. Which one is it? All right. And for what you're recommended to do is to have acceptance. You see that? Acceptance. So it says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. You know, my mother used to say that to me. I am accepting the things I cannot change and change the things that I accept. So that's pretty cool that you guys got that. So for your guilt card, I don't know if you could really see that, but I'm just going to bring it up again so you can see it. The message for this guilt card in your love reading, Scorpio, basically states that you should release any beliefs that no longer assist you in your soul's growth. The energy of fear has many gusts to complicate your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious because it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is a self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightened. Guilt can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others and that we need to make amends after we do so. Though it's time to learn from the behaviors and move on. The problem arises when we hold on to guilty feelings that serves no purpose other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational, but if you examine it subjectively, act on it, and release it, it becomes a temporary emotion. Long-held guilty feelings are never good and will create a roadblock to self-love and happiness. You must continuously scan your current emotions for any guilty feelings and bring them to the surface for analyzing. Healthy guilt is a warning that action should be taken. Irrational guilt needs to be released. So with that being said, your obstacle is that you're feeling guilty. Either you're feeling guilty in the relationship for what you have caused or allowing someone back into your life, or you going back into someone else's life, or how you treat yourself in a relationship, or how you treat that person in a relationship. But that's something that you definitely can let go. Release that. That no longer serves you, especially if you're not in that relationship anymore. If you're not in that relationship, it definitely doesn't serve you. And if you are in a relationship with that person, you definitely want to take out the guilt for you being in that relationship or what you have to offer in that relationship, or vice versa. So that is your number 1 card, which is your situation. You're dealing with guilt. You're dealing with guilt of that person. You're dealing with guilt of yourself, and that is something that definitely needs to be relinquished. So let go of that guilt in any form that hits you when I speak to you. All right, Scorpio. All right. So for your obstacle, which is your surrender card, let me pull this card up so you are able to see it closely again. I can release my needs to control. Okay. You need to understand the distinguish between power and control. You have the power of internal control, but very little external control over people or situations. The majority of your internal control is through the power of influence. You can lead by the example. Every soul has its own unique path, and it is not your job to dictate it. Giving advice or direction in a compassionate manner is the way to go. Your soul too has a path, and you possess the power to control it. But you must surrender the illusion that you have control over another. Remember that this is a process, and from time to time, your ego will arise up and demand that things be the way that they should be. Envision a hot air balloon being loaded up with all of the things you think you need to control, and let them ride away in the balloon. You'll be surprised to find that when you release the energy of control, accept the energy of surrender, doors will open that you never expected, because you have now given the universe space in which to materialize what is needed for your highest soul growth. So your obstacle is basically you surrendering to control your feelings, surrendering to control somebody else's feelings. Being able to give up on trying to have a wall up. It's okay to be hurt. It's not okay to hurt people, of course. However, it's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to let things flow in your relationship. So far your situation and your obstacle is kind of conducive to one another. You may be in a relationship and feel guilty that you got back in a relationship with somebody and they got in a relationship with you, or you didn't give your all in a relationship, or that person didn't give their all to you in a relationship. Or you may have played a fool or been a fool in a relationship. However, you have no control over what's going to happen. I always tell my children what meant to happen is going to happen, and what's not meant to happen will not happen. And out of everything that happens is definitely a lesson out of it. So surrender yourself to learn those lessons. Surrender yourself to be loved again and to love. Don't be afraid of life obstacles. Your heart has to feel or has to hurt to get stronger. Those are the part of the lessons that you learn in life. To have the chance to do it better again, and to make your heart a little bit stronger, your relationship a little bit stronger, your self-esteem a little bit stronger. The ability to not have so much control over something that really you can't control, because the universe is going to prepare and make things the way that's suitable for you in your circumstances and in your life. You have to ask diligently as well as work on making sure that you receive what you need in life, in your relationships, in your partnerships, in your love life. All right, for the acceptance, which is your third card. Taurus. I'm sorry. Not Taurus, Scorpio. Is somebody dealing with a Taurus, Scorpio? Because that show came to my mind. You're dealing with a Taurus. So for your number 3, what you're recommended or asked to do, it looks like acceptance. It says, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Right? Right now, your soul is learning acceptance. This may force you to feel out of control in a situation or with another person in your life. Just realize that the universe has given you this incredible opportunity to release control. Perhaps doing so will help you realize that there is a rhythm or reason to everything in life, rather than thinking that these are accidents that are occurring. Refer to these conditions as moment of divine design. Maybe it is a person or a situation that you do not agree with right now. For the moment, instead of having a knee-jerk reaction based on an emotion response, stop, step back, observe, and make an attempt to understand both sides of the equation, which is an incredible gift for you to practice tolerance, grace, and patience. Realize that although you have come to accept a situation or a condition, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are condoning a behavior that you supported. You see it for what it is and recognize that there is something rich to learn from it. Ain't that beautiful? So you're recommended to accept it for what it is. Take the good, leave the bad. Don't take it to your next relationship. Don't take what you've been through and give it to everybody else because you've been through something and you not understanding the morale out of the situation instead of the feeling out of the situation, the emotions. Take the emotions out of the situation and accept it. Accept your part in it, accept their part in it. Take the good and leave the bad and go on in your life. Don't let it break you. Allow it to make you into a greater, better, well human being. For you and others. Be able to take what you learned and apply it to someone else's life, because we all do experience the same experiences in life. We have our roads where we're up, we're down, we're moving around. So this is a time to accept. You have the guilt. That's your current situation. Your obstacle is surrendering to that guilt. Your recommendation is that surrender so you can accept. So whatever relationships that you all may be involved in or have been involved in, or someone been involved with you, release any negative energy out of that. Release any guilt of how can I allow somebody to come in and treat me like that? Or how can I treat somebody like that? Surrender that. You can't control that. Surrender that. That's a part of life. You live life to learn, and you learn to live. And then accept it. So you can go ahead and move on into a greater and a more blissful situation, a more gratifying situation, because you have let go of the guilt, you have surrendered, and you have accepted what part took place with you and what part took place with he or she in that partnership, in that relationship. Okay, your manifesting soul cards, soulmate oracle cards. I'm just going to flip one for your situation, your obstacle, and your recommendation. And it is telling me at the end to go on ahead and flip you a outcome card, so I don't have to talk about it this time. We got one for your guilt. ancestors. Give Scorpio the message that they need to be able to heal. I'm going to pick one. All right. For your guilt card, it says, everything you need, your courage, strength, compassion, and love, everything you need is already within you. Ain't that beautiful? So you ain't got to feel guilty about nothing. You ain't got to no longer assist in whatever doesn't help you grow. You got everything inside of you need already. So let the guilt go. For your surrender card, it says, your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. So basically, you can be saying to yourself, I want this type of relationship. I want this type of person in my relationship. I want to be able to be better with the person that I am for my next relationship or this currently relationship. So for your surrender card, your situation, surrender. Your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. Okay? And for your accepting cards, I'm going to read this before I put it up because it's a dark card. You are spiritually connected to those you love. So only ones you need right now, or you going to be spiritually connected. That person going to come, or your partner going to come. Whoever you supposed to be around is definitely going already around. Okay? You are spiritually connected. So just be acceptance. And that was for your recommendation card. All right, last but not least would be your outcome card. What is the outcome if you follow these 3 suggestions on your love reading for Scorpio? All right. Growth. Wow. That's what's going to happen out of all this. You're going to grow in your relationship, in your love life, inside yourself. It's going to be growth for love. Wow. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. That's the outcome. If you are able to make sure that you stay on your journey of letting go of the guilt, surrendering yourself, and accepting, the outcome would be the growth. You are constantly being presented with situations that enable you to develop your inner wisdom and assist you in advancing to higher levels of understanding. The lesson is to be aware of these events and recognize them for what they are and not for what they seem. To live in a mindful life is not only about respecting and honoring those around you. It is also about recognizing every person and circumstance on your path. As a teacher, the constant chatter and diversions of life on earth can distract you from the signpost that spirit has left on your path. Take the time to be aware of the bountiful wisdom that has been laid before you. Acknowledge these gifts and take them to heart as you continue your sojourn in this physical dimension. Don't look for the opportunities that you think you need. Instead, be receptive to the opportunities that are given. Wow, that's beautiful. So the guilt, let it go. Surrender yourself and be acceptance. And then, you know what? You will grow. There'll be growth. Allow yourself to grow in your relationship. Allow yourself to grow when you come out of relationship. Allow yourself to be who you want to be for your relationship. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Take out the negative. Add the positive. Change the narrative of your love life. You have the control to do so. And it will happen, because throughout your 4 spread, your last outcome is growth. As long as you go ahead and take the recommendation that you were told for acceptance. Okay, for this growth, we got one outcome of the Manifest Soul card. The reason it hurts so much to separate is because our souls are connected. But you gotta grow. You gotta let that guilt go, surrender yourself in acceptance and growth. But that's why it hurts so bad, because you done tied your soul with somebody that don't even need to have soul ties with you. So this is a blessing. You got the outcome, and you got the reason. Okay? But you definitely want to grow beyond this person, whomever it may be. And get beyond what you've been through with this person. Or what you did go through with this person. Or this could be what you're about to go through, Scorpio. But for some reason the Taurus came up. So as you're dealing with a Taurus or an Earth sign, I don't know, that would be up to you. Even if this didn't totally resonate with you, I'm sure there is some message within these cards, or from what I'm spoke intuitively, that is useful to you. So in your love life, Scorpio, don't put so much on yourself and others. Learn to allow stuff to flow. And take accountability for your actions. And don't take accountability for actions that wasn't by you. Grow. This is your love reading, Scorpio. You had a beautiful reading for love. I am Unfounded. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification button so you are able to get your messages that you deserve. Thank you for tuning in. And Scorpio, don't forget, let go of guilt, surrender yourself, accept, and grow. Thank you. Peace.